Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Hot Shots TV. I'm Scott Briard, and here another episode of This Is Darts. And as I promised you, we'd get another guest on the phone shortly. Today's the day I'm happy to announce. Chris, can you hear me?
I can hear you, thanks.
All the way from California this morning. Born and raised, I believe, in Canada, were you?
I was just outside of Toronto, Whitby.
In Whitby. Did you grow up, were your youth years, were you in Oshawa?
Yes, I played in the Oshawa Youth Dart League.
That's right, but you lived in Whitby, which I guess is it's like Hamilton to Burlington, I guess, in that sense, right?
Yeah, correct.
Fantastic. Well, I'm happy to announce to everybody we have a past Canadian national youth champion, and someone that's been ripping up the American dart circuit for sure. Chris, now you've moved to California. How many years ago did you move down to California?
I've been down here for 11 years now.
Wow.
Here in '98, I believe.
Wow, it's been that long?
I know it doesn't seem that long, but yeah, it has.
Fantastic. Well, I was pulling out some old Darts Digest and some past magazines that I'll touch on here in a bit. But I mean, we're going back to '87, I think it was, that you won the Canadian Youth. Yeah,
'87. I was 15 at the time.
Wow. And I know you've definitely accomplished a lot since then. But was it do you remember a lot from back then? It must have been an exciting.
I remember it like it was yesterday. Actually, I worked really hard. I remember going into it. I was putting in more practice than I'd ever had. As you know, Scott, my grandfather was quite a good player, and going into that tournament, he had set me up with some practice sessions from a lot of the local adults, really good players. So I had them coming over like twice a week. So I prepared really well, and I was pretty confident going into it. I honestly believed that I was probably the best youth player, going into that event. So I was glad that it all worked out for sure.
Well, I can't thank you enough. I've got a lot of youth viewers here on This Is Darts. We had a great email yesterday from a young gentleman out in New Brunswick, and I thought this was going to be a great show that could sort of work. He's off to the Provincial Youth Championship, I think, shortly in New Brunswick. He's 17 years old, can't wait to play in the Nationals and such. So I think it's sort of messages like that I think really speak to the youth, and I've got a great audience of them, not only online by email, but those I know definitely that have been watching our shows here. Your grandfather's name, because I've actually pulled up, and you'll see when we actually air the show, October of '88, we've got a little thing when Brian Phillips actually went off to England.
Good friend of mine.
Yeah, you happened to win a relative youth dart tournament with Gil Pounder.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, was that a family relation or just one of the top? I know you played with.
Gil was my grandfather.
That was.
So my whole family all played darts. And that's really how I got started. But my grandfather Gil and my uncle Mike were probably the two best players in my family. So I learned a lot from the both of them.
Oh, it's fantastic. I know I was I was a few years younger than you, I believe, but I certainly never wanted to draw you in my section or round robin when I played in some of the youth events. And we've got a great picture here, so you would have only been maybe 16 or 17. I've got to make sure we get a zoom in of this on this show.
88, I would have been, 16.
16, 17. So how are things in California? I know it's early there this morning, and I can't thank you enough for taking this call and doing this with us. How are things down in California?
It's great. When we first moved here, our plan was to move here for 5 years and move back to Canada. We had kept our house, but yeah, we moved down here and fell in love with it and have never gone back. So.
Oh, fantastic!
My kids were born here. I had twin girls that were born here, and my wife had moved here. We transferred here. She transferred here from Visa. She worked for Visa Inc.
Right.
And she's still with the same company down here, so it's worked out great.
Fantastic. Well, it's certainly a great place to visit. I'm sure it's even better to live down there in nice warm weather year round. So,
yeah, that's key.
Fantastic. Now, I was doing some browsing last night. I found a great website, and I'm not too certain how long you've had it, but chriswhitedart.com is how you can keep track of Chris. And you're blogging on there as well, I believe. Is that correct?
I am, yeah. I started it, I guess, probably about 2 years ago. We was over playing in La Rochelle, France, Team USA, and just a lot of people while we were over there coming up to me and asked me, "Do you have a website?" And a lot of the players had websites and they were handing out their cards and stuff. And I just thought it'd be something neat and to start out. And I started selling my darts on there, and obviously it's a great place to check out my darts and purchase them if anybody wanted to. And I blog there on all the tournaments that I go to. I try to put updates for the upcoming bigger tournaments here. So yeah, it's been good. It's got a lot of good interest anyway, from good feedback from people. So
Good. Well, I think it's fantastic, and it's a great thing, and I believe more darters need to do it to sort of keep their fans up to date on what's going on. So I think you've done a great job at it. Now, fantastic news. I believe it happened earlier in the year. You began a sponsorship with Puma. Is that correct?
yeah, I've been with them now just over a year.
Great.
Great company. I mean, they've been around for, this coming year is going to be their 40-year anniversary, and I met him in Las Vegas at the World Soft Tip medalist, and he asked me if I'd be interested in coming on board the Puma team, and yeah, I jumped at the opportunity, and it's worked out great so far.
No, I know they're a great company. I had a chance to meet Peter here. Thanks to you, I believe. Peter had a chance to stop in Toronto. We had an afternoon to chat. He was on a sort of a world tour. He was coming from Germany through Toronto, making his way back home to New Zealand. So I'm sure most people in the dart business do quite a bit of traveling, as do you. I mean, over the past couple months, I know, speaking with some of the other players, I mean, from like you're saying, France to China, now you've made your way quite a few long distances, I guess you could say.